Hi, in today's session we are going to learn regarding the component of the Angular. As we all know, the Angular versions more than two, all are component based architecture. So let's learn today what is component in Angular. So I have drawn one diagram for you. So if you can see my screen, here is the component. This actually divides into three parts. First one is template. This template where we can see our web page. It gives the visual appearance of the web page, which is made by HTML. The second one is class. Actually, what this class does in the component, it controls the web page. Whatever the logic is required to perform on the web page, we are doing by the class, which takes the TypeScript code. The third one, the important one, is metadata. So this metadata defines, this metadata says that class is a regular class or any component class, and this metadata uses the decorator function. Here, as this is a component, we are using the component decorator for this metadata. So these are three parts where we can divide the component. One is template, class, and metadata. So let's go to our previous session, same code. I will show you. If you can see this, inside this app folder, there is an app.component.html. The next one is app.component.ts. So here, this section, app component, this is the class, and it has only one property till now. It can take method property also and other things. One property till now. And the upper one, which is a decorator function, component decorator function, which starts with @ symbol. So this is completely our metadata. So it takes three parameters. One is selector. This means it specifies where we are going to bind our component inside the other page. But usually in Angular, the app component is the root component, which is created when you will create the new project. Second one is template URL. This says our HTML page. If you can see here, app.component.html. Third one is style URLs. It defines where you will write our style sheet codes to make the page better. app.component.scss, this one. So let's go to the index.html. This is the initial page index file of the Angular. Here, if you can see, we have defined the component selector app-root. Once you will be adding this app-root, this selector, you are adding this app page inside the index page. But in Angular, usually we are treating this app component is the root component. Let's run this. I'm going to the terminal. If you can see the complete screen of this localhost 42.0.0, this is the index page. So inside the index page, we have added our app-root selector. After adding this selector, we can show whatever the codes which are present inside the app.component.html on the index page. If you can see, adding some style sheet. text align, let's say center. Here I'm adding one more tab, that is this one. So if you can see, this is my app component, which is the root component, which is displaying over here. First app, this is my first application. So this is the inbuilt root component. While we are creating the first project, it will be created automatically. So now let's create the one custom component. Then what is the command to it? Generate the custom component. So go to this terminal, Ctrl C. Command is ng. G means generate, C means component, then your component name. I am taking here my component name is text. Let's run it. If you can see, it created created 4 files and updated 1 file. The first one it created inside the app, which is the root component. One test for directory is there. Inside this, test component.html, test component.css, test component spec.ts for unit testing, test component.ts. This thing is created, and also it updated. I'll show you. App module.ts. So what it did here, it automatically added the newly created test component inside this app module.ts, and also added this test component inside the declaration array. It automatically, once you will run this command, it will be automatically done. So this is our custom component which we created using this command. If so, let's go to test component.ts and test component.html. Test works. So if I am going to test component, here also you can see one class generated, and these are the metadata which is created using component decorator function. So this is the selector app test. Wherever we are trying to display this test component, we have to specify this test component by using this selector. Let's say I want to add inside the app component.html. So here I am taking one div. I can add like this app test. App test. Once I am adding this custom component or test component inside this app folder, so whatever the content inside the test component.html, it will be displayed inside the app component only. Let's save it and run our application. Test works. I can do some styling over here. test works. Let me to highlight this so that it will be clearly visible. Test component or test email. Test works. So my test custom created component is present inside the app component. You can see using this selector, that is app-test, I can add this component, test component, inside any page. Now I am adding it as per my requirement inside the app root component, but we can add inside any page. First we have to just use the selector. So there are three ways to specify this selector. First one, what I have done, like this. The second one is we can add this selector as a class. So then how we'll add this? Just put here one dot, then go to here, remove this one. We can declare it as a class, app-test. I will save it. You can see still the result is same. This is one way. The third way is we can keep it as attribute. Save, and here also take it like this. You can see the result is still same. So in this way we can create our custom components, and we can reuse this custom component inside any of the file using this selector. You can specify the selector. There are three ways which I have shown you. You have to specify this selector. Once we will add this selector like this, what are the operations or what are the logics present on that custom component, it will be displayed wherever it is adding. I hope you are clear. So basically the component divided into three parts. One is template, which I have shown you. Second one is class. This is component class, or the simple class. Third one is the decorator or the metadata part. So let me to show you one more diagram. This is one I hope you understood. Let's say this is my root component. I created two more components inside it. I can create just the similar way, and the command is ng, g for generate, c for component, and your component name. We can add in using this selector. So this component using selector. So inside each component also we can create multiple custom component. So this is the basic idea, basic knowledge I have given you regarding the custom component in Angular and how to generate the component. I hope you got some knowledge. So I will be giving some useful links for you in my description box. You can check, you can open it and go through it. Also you will get more idea. So I am ending here my today's session. Thank you.